stepped behind the table and I was like, wow, what just happened? Let's talk about a way that you can make a big, colorful impact in your garden. This is M90454. It's a 30-piece hardy Gladiola Perennial bulb mix. So you're getting 30 mixed colors. So this is really wonderful in terms of a big impact of color. These are perfect for a cut flower garden. They are winter hardy, which is great. A lot of people can grow these all across our country. And let me tell you, the more you get, the better, because you are just gonna love these when you see this high impact, well saturated variety of colors.
Absolutely right. I'm so excited to bring this collection in right after you having seen those snapdragons with my brother Derek, because add this collection to your cut flower garden. As you see here, there's a beautiful mass planting right in the middle of this perennial garden bed in front of those black-eyed Susans, Stacy. And what's so special about this variety of gladiola, and these are a little bit shorter than most. So maybe you've seen these before, and they grow about 3 or 4 feet tall. These are only going to grow about 1 to 1.5 feet tall, so there's no staking required. They stand strong. You know, these are considered, they are called like the sword-like plant or flower, and also known as the stairway to heaven, because as you see on the flower stems, the flowers are all kind of little steps reaching higher and higher as if you're going to heaven.
I love that. I also love the variety of colors that you're getting. So it's just, the possibilities are endless in terms of the beauty that you're able to take in this set.
Yes, and like you said before, they're so beautiful to add to a cut flower garden. I love to recommend pick up a few of these collections. 30 bulbs, it might sound like a lot, but you're going to plant them in no time, because they are, planting bulbs is one of the easiest things to grow if you're starting off as a gardener, and to be able to have such a beautiful impact and colorful garden from this collection is truly spectacular. I would love to show you, you know, there's a couple ways that I like to recommend planting these, and let's just pretend we're in a garden. So take a handful of your bulbs, and if you want to get a nice naturalized look, Stacy, all you have to do is kind of toss them into your perennial garden bed, and where they land, just dig a hole about 6 inches deep. Or otherwise, you can dig out a big circle and do a big mass planting, and that way they're all going to start to come up together, and you can go out and cut those flowers and make beautiful vases. And one tip for success that I wanted to mention is, if you do pick up multiple collections, consider planting them 1 week after each other, so that you continue to have flowers, you know, in succession. So you start to see your first set of flowers maybe at the end of July, and then a couple weeks later you get another flush. So you're constantly having color in the garden.
That's a great tip. Now, how long will it take for these to come into full bloom?
Great question. These are going to start blooming for you probably in the middle of summer all the way through August into September, which is really important to mention, because by that time of the year, most of your flowering perennials have already dropped all of their flowers. So these are some of the last bits of color, and I mean, look at that absolute stunning impact in the garden.
I love every single color there, every one, and it's a beautiful mixture. You're getting the soft pinks, you're getting the bold reds, the bold yellows. I mean, what's not to love with that wonderful color combination?
Absolutely. And this next image I think is a beautiful idea to give you. You know, if you don't have a garden and you want to do container gardening, plant these in a big whiskey barrel. There's some Calibrachoa in the front.
Oh, I love that.
These just are kind of that. I think we taught you the thriller, spiller, and filler.
Yes, you did teach me.
This is the thriller in that mixed container. And here you see it added with your patio dahlias. I mean, that combination right there for a cut flower garden is absolutely stunning. There's texture and different heights and all sorts of color.
So much texture. Now, how much sun do these guys need?
I would recommend a full day of sun. That's just going to ensure that you get the maximum flower power. And like I said, I mean, you can see how strong and straight and almost sword-like these flower stems are. They don't require staking though. These are a dwarf variety, but that doesn't mean that your flowers will be dwarf. They're still extra large gladiola flowers like you're seeing here.
I love the name, Gladiola.
Isn't that beautiful?
It's a beautiful name in general.
Yes.
So where are we planting these? I love that you said, I love the idea about the big barrel and placing them in a container. But where, for example, in our gardens are we placing these?
Well, now that these are more winter hardy perennial gladiola variety, plant them right in your garden bed like you see here. That's amongst, a couple of different shrubs and some ornamental grasses, and then you get that beautiful pop of color. So, how I showed you, you can kind of just toss them anywhere, and that's going to give you color anywhere in the garden. Or if you want a high impact, do a big mass planting together to really have a showcase of color.
Yeah, that's the perfect description. These are
out.
definitely a showcase. They are stunners.
Well, Stephanie, you showed a great demonstration of doing that natural kind of mass planting look, which is awesome. So my recommendation is get your gladiolas planted, and then once you have those planted, then go and plant your sweet potato vines.
Yes.
And you'll create a beautiful kind of sea of this wonderful foliage, and then towards the end of the summer, all of your gladiolas will erupt. I do want to recommend, though, plant these really kind of densely packed close to one another so you can have a really rich visual appeal. And with this value, 30 bulbs for under 30 bucks,
That's right.
you can easily do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure, you can. It's best to pick up more than one, especially at that value. Now, where in the country can we grow these?
That's a great question. Traditional gladiolas can only go to temperatures or a zone 7. So this variety is very unique and special because they can take temperatures to about -10. So these are more winter hardy, allowing more of us in the country to grow them. And I wanted to mention, I spent quite a bit of time in Mexico, traveling around Mexico, and one of the flowers that they love to offer as, in a flower stand along the street is the gladiola. They use it for their Day of the Dead celebrations as well, because of that beautiful story of Stairway to Heaven. It's a way to remember those who have passed, and also the colors are absolutely just joyful and cheerful, and to be able to bring those into your home, it's a beautiful cut flower to add.
If you can't make a trip to Mexico, why don't
Grow
you bring
them.
Mexico back into your home? This is how you do it. Now, with all of your flowers and plants, you always give us instructions, and you have that warranty, right?
Absolutely right. We are happy when you're happy. We guarantee our perennials for 1 year from the time of shipment, and our tropicals for 90 days from the time of shipment. So for whatever reason, Stacey, your plants don't meet your expectations, give us a call, because we want them to be their absolute best.
M90454 is your item number. A 30-piece set for under $30. You're getting 30 bulbs of all those gorgeous colors. Make sure you take advantage of Easy Pay. It's $9.33. You've got that guarantee. You've got the instructions. Roberta's, they're doing everything they can to set you up for success. You're going to love these.